Now, he travels around a little bit and eventually ends up in Dublin. And here we go back to the book. Whilst in Dublin, I one day saw a corps of the 95th Rifles and fell so in love with their smart, dashing, and devil-may-care appearance that nothing would serve me until I was a rifleman myself. So on arriving at Cashel one day and falling in with the recruiting party of that regiment, I volunteered into the 2nd Battalion. This recruiting party were all Irishmen, and had been sent over from England to collect, amongst others, men from the Irish militia, and were just about to return to England. I think they were as reckless and devil-may-care a set of men I had ever beheld, either before or since. So these riflemen, I would say, from what I read about them, they're almost like a special ops unit. Mm-hmm. And one big difference is they're wearing, instead of wearing red jackets like the Brits would wear at this time, they wore green. So they were a little bit different. And they had more accurate rifles, and they would fight. They would do what they called skirmishing, which is fundamentally cover and move. They'd shoot and they'd maneuver, and they'd act like little special operations troops out there. And of course, it's interesting to me, and when I hear this guy talking about the first time he saw someone that looked a little bit like a special operations troop, he actually says, I fell in love with it. Yeah. You know, that's very much how I felt as I was growing up. The more I saw, you know, the special ops, and it actually didn't even need to be special ops. For me, it was just someone in the military. But then he was already in the military, so now he's looking for the next thing. What's the next thing going to be? And here he ends up as a rifleman. So he's now a rifleman. He moves over to their regiment,